The Flip Wilson Show. With Flip's guest, Robert Klein, Lola Falana. And now, here's Flip.
We'd like to say good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. And we have what we think is a real groovy show this evening. Tonight, our guests are, first, from the television show Comedy Tonight, we have the star of the show, Mr. Robert Klein. Very fine, very talented, young, funny man. And from the movies and the Broadway stage, we have the exciting, vivacious Miss Lola Falana.
I'm terribly sorry, Flip. I know I'm late. The traffic on the freeway was impossible, and I couldn't help it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Klein.
No. Don't applaud, please. The first rule of show.
Don't ever tell an audience not to applaud.
But it's unforgivable, Flip. I was late. You should never be late in show business, even with a note from home.
That's right.
Wrong. Now just tell me where my dressing room is, and I'll be ready in no time flat.
Actually, Bob, you can relax. You got plenty of time. Just go back there and lay down, order, some refreshments. Because you don't come on until quite a ways into the show. Later. Long time. At least that's the way it was scheduled.
Oh, well, it's certainly a relief.
See, this is the part of the show where I do a monologue by myself. See, I just stand here and wipe them out by myself. Alone,
You mean
I don't have anybody with me. I do it alone.
You mean I really didn't have to rush like that, huh?
Well, see, Bob, what I'm saying is you're not due to be on until later. Way late. Long time. I'll come get you myself, Bob. You relax.
How do you like that? You'd think somebody would have told me. I almost got killed on that freeway.
Well, see, Bob, all's well that ends well.
True.
You know what I mean, Bob? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be as explicit about it as possible. Now, Bob, if you'll excuse me. Now, I like you being...
Wait a minute. I could have gotten a ticket driving that fast on the... it's really inexcusable in a sense, Flip,
You're right, Bob. I apologize. My apology. Symbol of brotherhood.
How much later into the show?
See, Bob, we wanted the show to close strong. So you're coming on in the star spot. See, that way you'll have a chance to come out here by yourself and kill them like I'm doing. Now, that's based on the assumption that they don't get too much of you now.
You're a warm, wonderful, decent human being. You crazy guy, you.
Thanks, buddy. See you later, Bob.
Right.
Robert Klein, ladies and gentlemen. It just appeared that I was mad, but actually I can understand. I can understand is having a little difficulty getting to work. Quite a bit of difficulty involved in going home from work in the evenings, too. With crime in the streets the way that it is. I was a victim of crime in the streets. I'll never forget it. It seems as though it were just yesterday. In fact, it was. Yeah, that was yesterday. I was on the way home from work. I was going down a dark street. It was dark. Dark. Like one of those streets you see in the movies, Dun, 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 dun. Dark. There were no lights on the street. That's probably why it was dark. There was an alley leading into the street. There were no lights in the alley either. If there aren't any lights in the street, they're not going to put lights in the alley. I shouldn't have to explain everything. Y'all going to have to go along with me part of the way. As I passed the alley, I heard a strange sound. I heard a sound like, "Psst, psst." Say to myself, snake! It's the sound that a snake makes. I look and there's two bandits hiding there in the alley. One of them had a bat. The guy who has the bat says, stick 'em up. Let me show you how fast my mind works. I never realized how fast my mind worked until I saw the bat and heard the guy say, stick 'em up. Voice in the back of my mind said, this guy's gonna rob you. That's how fast I was thinking. Right away, I know he's an amateur because professional bandits use guns. You know, they carry a gun because that way, if they're robbing someone and the police comes, they can put the gun in their pocket and run. How you gonna run with a bat in your pocket? So I say to myself, he don't know what he's doing. I'm gonna talk him out of this. I said, fella, do you know who I am? He said, yeah, you're the guy who's gonna get hit with a bat and robbed. I better change my approach. I said, this guy's done this before. I said, fella, I'm not going to stand here and let you hit me with a bat. He said, well, I don't see why not. I said, I don't see why you should get upset because you're being robbed. I said, everybody gets robbed. Some people get robbed with a car note. Some people get robbed with a house mortgage. Right now, it's your turn. You're getting robbed with a bat. I said, do you expect me to stand here and let you hit me with a bat? He said, it'll be worse if you duck and make me miss the first time. I said, yeah, that makes sense, too. I said, this bandit must be a college graduate. I said, fella, look, I'm going to give you and your buddy one more chance to get out of this. I got a very, very good memory. I'll remember. I'll give the police a complete description, and they'll catch you and your buddy. He said, if you got anything you want to tell the police, you better write it down before I hit you with the bat. That's when I started to cry. Start rolling around on the ground there, holding on his pant leg. I knew the tears would get him. That's why I'd saved the tears for last. When he saw me crying, he went over, he chatted with his buddy for a minute. You know, just a minute. Came back, he said, look, so my buddy and I have discussed it, and we decided we're not going to rob you. But we're still going to hit you with the bat.
I work across the hall, and, well, as long as I'm here, I wouldn't mind having a drink. Huh?
You're destroying my whole image.
Oh,
Okay. Would somebody bring Dean a glass of water?
Oh, water. Oh, you mean the stuff that's left over after the ice cubes melt?
Yeah, that's right.
I'll try anything you want.
Just fill them up there. Fill them up.
Where? Oh.
Yeah.
Me.
Oh. Dean Martin!
Now, what,
Just go ahead, drink it up.
well, don't you rush me now. This is the first time I've ever done this without a net. Yeah, I better get myself a piece of gum. I'm meeting Phil Harris later, and I don't want him to catch me with water on my breath.
I never thought I'd see Dean Martin drinking water.
The devil made me do it.
Here you are again. Man warned you. He told you, said if you keep chasing those secretaries around that office, you were going to get fired. But you couldn't listen, could you? No, you had to keep it up. You don't care. You see a fine brown frame and you blow your cool.
Mr. Johnson? Ready, Johnson?
Yeah, Mama.
Thank you for waiting, sir. I'm ready for you now.
Is that a promise?
I beg your pardon.
Nothing.
Now, first of all, why did you leave your recent place of employment, sir?
Well, that's going to be a little difficult to explain.
Would you prefer a gentleman to handle this matter, sir?
No, don't get upset. I'm sure I can talk to you. You're a woman. I look to you for sympathy and understanding. Sympathy and understanding. You know, I always supported women's liberation. I was one of the first guys saying, free 'em, let 'em go, let 'em go. I'm talking to you man to man, and that's very difficult to do.
Thank you.
You know, behind every woman, there's a man. In fact, that's how I lost my last job. What happened when the boss walked in and caught me? Yeah. I had a trap between the Xerox machine and the wall. I was trying to show her that no one could duplicate my love.
In other words, you were fired for chasing the secretary around the office.
I thought you'd understand.
Now, I need some statistics.
Well, the ones you got look okay to me.
What type jobs have you had?
Oh, well, first I was a janitor in an apartment over on West Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
And I went from there to Skycap out at the airport.
Uh-huh.
You know? Then when equal opportunity became the big thing, I was made senior vice president over at Acme Electronics.
In looking for a job for you, what would you say you do best?
You devil, you. Couldn't I just get the money? I'll get fired again anyway.
Well, I'll have to see what we have available for you.
I see what's available for me right now. You better watch it, Freddie. You're gonna drive around and get fired from the unemployment office.
Let's see, we have a few openings. We have machinist, stevedore, and riveter.
Machinist, stevedore, and riveter?
Yes.
I don't do no women's work.
Well, what kind of job are you looking for?
Well, I want to work. I'm looking for a job like locker room attendant at the Ladies' Y. or maybe you got something like a costume fitter at a topless bar.
You know, you're really being very difficult and unhelpful. You have to... Do you have any job references?
Do I have references? Certainly I got references. That's the first thing they ask you for. Any job you go, you got references? Say, yeah, I got them. Here they are right there. Yeah. Those are notarized statements, too.
Freddie Johnson is the greatest. Signed Shirley, Gloria, and Lucille. Now, I meant business, Mr. Johnson.
I meant business, too. Yeah, Shirley was the greatest. Never forget Shirley. She couldn't type, couldn't take shorthand, but she sure knew how to coffee break.
Mr. Johnson, what is so irresistible about you?
Well, Mama, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. You gotta behold a little harder.
Well, you are kind of cute.
Not only that, but what you see is what you get.
We do have something that might interest you. A dance instructor. How are you on your feet?
Well, chasing great. Dancing, no.
That's too bad. It pays well.
Do you dance?
Yes, I love to dance.
maybe you could teach me. You could show me a few things. I might be able to get that job.
What, here?
You want to go to my place? Excuse me. I forgot. You're just trying to help me get a job.
That's right, I am just trying to help you get a job. And it might help you get a job. I just might be able to just show you a little movement and see how you work out. Now, would you like to try a little something with me? Come on. So you do the popcorn, then you get into a little boogaloo that's a little looser.
Yeah.
You let your head shake.
Yeah.
Then you go around the world a couple times.
Ooh, watch those corners. Watch those corners.
Miss Martin.
You die, then you get on,
Miss
sit down,
Martin.
and get loose. What?
Miss Martin!
You must be the boss.
Who are you?
Who am I? Who am I? I'm your best customer. He was only trying to help me get a job.
Well, it's against the rules to dance with the unemployees.
But I was only giving him occupational guidance.
I'm sorry, Miss Martin. Get your check. You're through.
Don't worry about him, Mama.
You're fired, too.
Look, I got a good idea. Why don't you take the job as dance instructor, then I can be your best customer. That way you'll have a chance to find out all the little interesting things about Freddie Johnson that you were afraid to ask.
Oh, Mr. Freddie Johnson, I don't know what I could ever do to repay you.
Oh, we'll find a way. It's gonna be all right. Back to work.
I'd like to describe a Broadway musical audition to you. You know, it's a kind of tense, and you're prepared for weeks, and you have to sing for them, of course. So you prepare 5 songs that'll absolutely kill them. And you go to the place there, the theater, and there are 600 other people with 5 songs that'll absolutely kill them. That's 3,000 songs that'll absolutely kill them. And 11 parts. You know, now, it's a little sad. Everyone's there. Has-beens, would-be's, never-haves, never-wills. A 72-year-old chick with a ponytail and leotard still holding it. Thank you. A cane. It's a pathetic thing. Now, on Broadway, the first thing you do in that chaos of the audition, they cordon you off according to your specialty. It used to be on Broadway that you were either an actor, a singer, or a dancer. No more. Now you have to have more than one specialty. You have to be an actor that sings, or you're a singer that dances, or you're a dancer that acts, or you're a singer that moves. That's a real category on Broadway. It means you're not quite a dancer, but you move well, you see. So you have to organize the stage manager there with his clipboard. You hold it down, please. Will you hold it down? What are you, actors that sing? Over there, please. What are you? Singer that dances? Singers that sing, hold it down. Singers that sing, if you do not hold it down, we will not have a singer that sings in the show. Don't mean maybe on. I go for you too, dancers that dance. No one gave you leeway here. What are you? An actor that moves. Over there, please. What are you? A singer that moves. Over there, please. What are you? A mover that moves. I never heard of a mover. Over there. What are you? A mover that doesn't move. Would you carry him over there, please? Get off next to the China. All right, now, you know. A natural instinct for an actor, of course, is to look over your competition. And let's face it, they are your competition in the truest sense of the word. I mean, if they don't get the job, you do. You know, so actors tend to be very nice to one another superficially. Oh, you're a great Tad. I loved your song. It was great, especially the end when it was over. This guy here was great. That I Love a Parade number with the baton was too much. This guy here, nothing. He croaked on his song. He didn't bring a clean handkerchief. His shirt was hanging out of his teeth. This guy here was a cutesy poo, special material. I want a rabbit, a bunny, bunny, rabbit. 43 years old. He ought to be ashamed of himself. Oh, you want me now? Certainly. Now, you bring your accompanist with you. You paid him $15, you know. All right, Albert. Just like we rehearsed it, all right? First one is, what a day this has been with a real moon. I mean, it's almost like being in love. Into Fly Me to the Moon, Too Young, I Can't Give You Anything But Love, and eventually into Indian Love Call. They'll probably want all 5. I'm sure they'll want all 5 will kill it. All right? It's in the blue book there with Fred Astaire and the tap shoes. That's the one, right. That's the one, right. And it's in the key of that black one there between the 2 ones. No, one over. Red red on your chart, Albert. Red, with the little man with the red. That's it, right there. And there's little ones with the, it's an eighth note with the curly. You don't forget this one. Ba-boo-da, ba-boo-da, the nice tempo that we... Right, I don't want to make excuses for you like I... All right? Now, there's nothing to be nervous about. The audition, the bright lights in your eyes, no one important out there, even though you can't see them. Just the producer, the director, the people that wrote the show, people that have money in the show. And it's a nice, intimate, close, friendly, tight little cozy atmosphere. It's an empty 4,200-seat Coliseum. And you begin conversing with the man out there. Hello? My name is Robert Klein. I'm going to sing for you now. By the way, I've seen all of your shows. They're great. Shall I get right into it? I'd like to do a song for you I enjoy doing so much. Hope you enjoy it, too. Well, the day this has been with a ram when I'm in, it's almost like being in love. As opposed to hate. Just a little humor there. You like humor? You want me to do the slow one now? Flying to the moon? That's it? Cost me $15 and a plus car fare. I've got some great special material. I want a rabbit. I want a bunny rabbit. You're up to your what in that? Oh, that high. Well, it was his fault. He can't play his way out of a paper bag. And I got news for you. His cousin didn't die, but he will. All right. I'll never see another show of yours as long as I live, you tomboy. I read about you in Confidential. Come on, Albert.